our Jesus plushie, guys. I wanted to do a quick short intro video going over the materials and the pattern overview, but I go over the materials in the each part of the videos. I wanted to break it down to make it easy to follow. So you want 2 skeins of your white. You're gonna want a lot of white for that's what uses the most. You want 2 skeins for the white. 1 skein is enough for whatever hair color you choose. Hair color is going to be the same as his sandals. And then like half a skein of just for the primary. It's just going to be the head, the face, and his hands. And then, okay, and a little bit of the feet. And then you're going to want to have, if you embroider, so the face is all preference, but I'm going to take you how I do the face and how I do the hair. I wanted to think of a way of how to do the hair with using like extremely little bit of hot glue, you know, to secure it down. And so the way I do the hair is the way I do the angels, which that's also an available pattern on my YouTube. If you're interested, the PDF, to get the PDFs for these, you have to be in my group, Chunky Blankets and Plushies Workshop. To join the group, I'm gonna have the link in the comments. And so that's how you can get the PDF. This is entirely free. Any God-related pattern will always be free. I'm gonna show you how I do also the beard. And it's surface stitching. No hot glue is used to make this right here. And then his little mouth is naturally just going to appear because we're going to be surface stitching around. And I wanted to show you that, you know, no 2 plushies will ever be the same because it's handmade. And so you can see, like, look at the mouth, it's more centered. I went a little bit crooked with this one. That's okay. And then I just couldn't get his hair color right, guys. First I ordered too light. Then I think it's just too dark. So all these yarns are from Amazon. All the links in the PDF. And then this right here, I go over it. It's super bulky, size 6 to make the halo. And it's a discontinued color, but you can get it on Crafted by Catherine, and they have a gorgeous bright yellow, which I could have showed you that color, but I don't have it on my desk. Just go to Crafted by Catherine website, and it's a beautiful bright yellow. But if you want this specific color right here, this golden color, go on Etsy, go on eBay, Crafted by Catherine, XL Velvet. I'll have like the whole name in the comments section of this video intro, the whole name of it, so you can go ahead and go on eBay or Etsy. And then this is using super bulky size 6. When you embroider eyes, you want any size 6 or size 7 that's equivalent to size 6. So it's classified as size 7, but the thickness of it is clearly, it's size 6. It's not chunky size 7. So I go again, all the materials are going to be in the PDF section. You're going to know, okay, this is the eyes material that she used. Here are the links. But it's loops and threads demi pearl. And then they don't have a pure white. And this is also, so this is actually velvet. But that's all I had on hand. Super bulky. So when you do the eyes, you want to keep it the same brand, because there is a slight difference with super bulky. So this is a very thin super bulky, and then the velvet is just a little bit more chunkier. And so this is actually loops and threads, Hobby Lobby is adorable, and then loops and threads royal velvet. So I got like 3 different brands right there, and it was kind of a pain to embroider with the velvet because it was just too thick to be embroidering it with. So in the material section, I have Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles. They have a perfect white, perfect sizing. This one I struggled with. You really gotta yank on it. And then the baby blue, there's a baby blue in Demi Pearl or Sweet Snuggles. And so I go over how to do the eyes. I'm still learning how to embroider eyes here, so I'm not proficient with it. You're gonna see me pulling on it, but it's also because I'm using like super, like a little bit chunky velvet yarn there. And so, like I said, the beard it's pretty neat. It's surface stitching. The hair is also like surface stitching. His halo is just a foundation chain. Then I'm going to show you all that at the end. His sash is basically, it's like making a blanket. It's just 3 loops. That's it. I'm going to show you how to connect it, which I'm not like proficient with it, because when you connect it, there's really no rule. I'm just going to kind of give you an idea on how to connect it without using any hot glue, by basically just tying a knot. But I recommend a little bit of hot glue, just sticking in wherever you're poking your tails, sticking some glue right up into that polyfill. Put a scrap piece of the same color of yarn, you won't feel it. And don't be generous with the hot glue. Be very minimum with it, so you can't feel it. I kind of went a little bit too much right here, where I poked in the tail. You can kind of feel a little bit of glue in right here. Just take some sharp scissors and cut off any hard piece you can. And then with this, I want to go over this part right here. So making his robe, it's like making a dress, but we don't want the dress flaring out. We want it to be slim to his body. So I do this for my angels, where I start up a little bit higher on them because their hands are in a praying position, so I get right up under their arms. So this indent is being hidden under the angel's arms. This indent is not. So you want to start low. You want to start, I could have went a little bit lower. So you want like a good distance. So I could have went, so here's this distance right here. So about that, I could have went down maybe one more row. Okay, so in total, it's 4 rows in total. So this is a lot of work, but it's just 4 rows. If you start a row lower, then it's probably just going to be 3 rows. That's it. Of interlocking it, making it like a robe. Now, this one right here, if you don't want it to flare out so much, then as we're casting off, weaving a strand through, be tugging, be cinching it. Or I show you how to decrease it. It's real easy. Just take 2 loops over and then weave the tail, long tail right through. This one's more cinched. So if you want like a more cinched look, there you go. Or you want them a little bit more of like a flare, excess the robe all coming all around. There you go. Then the heart, guys, I go over that. I go over the heart using hot glue, matching it to the halo. So same color there. And that's pretty much it. Really fun pattern if you love Jesus Christ, or it's for someone, for yourself. You're gonna really love this, because I am so glad I did it. Super intimidated, didn't want to do it, didn't think I can do it, that's why. But I really feel like God kept showing me to do it. So I'm so glad I did. And it's really enjoyable. And then there's angels. So you can make Jesus with angels. And it's really, really special. And then you can add like little prayers to your plushie. There's even like a voice box where you can kind of like add it right behind, like tuck it in somewhere, tuck it in with the sash, kind of tuck it in so they can push right on it, and it can say a prayer. Something like that. I do that with my buzz, where it says buzz saints, but you take a little voice box, you can get on Amazon and go ahead and record, or record like a Jesus song. So that's, add a little bit more to it. But he has some weight to him because all the extra adding of the knitting, and I highly recommend this yarn. I highly recommend fluffy thick yarn, so that's why I put it on the material section. There is Loops and Threads Fluffy Chenille. I recommend that one in the material section. The link, it's at Michael's. It's a little bit more, it's like this yarn, but just a tad bit more fluffy. And so I wanted to go with this one here to showcase the Amazon. It's chunky size 10, it's labeled as. And all the links in the PDF, in the material section. And I get it, so there's this color right here. I feel like, I think this looks nice, but I think it's like, I didn't get the brown I was kind of going for. But I'm trying to show you that this got different colors. Got this brown, this light, it's called light coffee. I think there's like another brown. Maybe I should have went with that one. And then it's just got you want real thick fluffy yarn because it's really gonna it blends the seams. It looks really pretty. And it's gonna add to your Jesus Christ plushie. It's gonna make them bigger. And so let me see if I can show you guys here. They're pretty big. Lots of weight to them here. Lots of weight to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's broken down into a couple of parts to be easy to follow. And then I do not have the yarn I want to show, but in the tutorial I show it. If you don't want to do the sash, you could just do the robe, and then it'll hide the indent line, and you can tie it's this yarn I use right here, this color. You can tie a strand coming across, and then so like how it had like a rope, like a sash hanging around his waist. So there's that look too, or you can have the sash. So I really like that look with the sash coming across like a rope. But I decided to just go and just do this right here. But thank you so much for everyone's interest. I hope you love your plushies, your Jesus plushie.